Okay, so today is chapter 9, lesson 13. We're going to subtract while renaming. Sometimes a fraction, the first mixed number is less than the fraction, the second mixed number. In this case, rename the first fraction mixed number. So, example 1. A black sea cucumber has an average length of 2 feet. A spotted sea cucumber has an average length of 1 1/3 feet. How much longer is the average black sea cucumber than the average spotted sea cucumber? So if I'm going to estimate, my answer is going to be close to 1. So I have to rename my mixed, or my numbers. So I have 2 minus 1 1/3. Well, I can't have 2 and nothing minus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split my number up. So we know 2 equals 1 plus 1. And what I'm going to do is, so my denominator is 3. What I'm going to do is 2 equals 1 plus, and I know whenever a numerator is the same as my denominator, so 1 is 3/3. That's the same thing. So we know 1 plus 3/3 is going to equal 1 3/3. So 2 equals 1 plus 1. And then I changed one of my 1's to 3/3. So 1 plus 3/3 equals 2. So 2 equals 1 3/3. Now that I've done that, I can do my fraction 3 minus 1 equals 2. And then my denominator stays the same, and 1 minus 1 equals 0. So the average black sea cucumber is 2/3 foot longer than the average spotted sea cucumber. And the other ways I could use models, where I have one whole, and my one whole changed into thirds. And if I subtract 1 1/3, I'm left with 2/3. So example 2, I have 4 1/4 minus 2 5/8. So I'm actually going to do it to the side first. So 4 1/4 minus 2 5/8. So first thing I noticed is my denominators are different. So I can make both my denominators be 8, because that's my least common denominator. So I'm going to multiply by 2 on each side. So now my new equivalent fraction is 2/8. So 4 2/8. So I'm going to rewrite 4 2/8 minus 2 5/8. Well, if you notice, the next thing is I cannot do 2 minus 5. I always tell my students, show me 2 fingers, now take away 5. You can't do that. So I need to rewrite my 4 2/8 again. So remember what I said, I have 4 plus 2/8. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite this as 3 plus 1 plus 2/8. Because that still equals 4 2/8. In my 1, I can rewrite that as a fraction. If I have 3 plus 8/8 plus 2/8, and that's going to turn into 3 plus 10/8, which turns into 3 10/8. So it's a lot of steps, but now my 4 2/8 has become 3 10/8. So I'm going to rewrite this as 3 10/8, subtract from 2 5/8. 10/8 minus 5/8 equals 5/8. And then 3 minus 2 equals 1. So I get the final answer of 1 5/8. See, mine's a lot of steps, but if you look at what the book did, they just said do it. They said just do it. I gave you the steps. So if you're complaining about how many steps that was and how difficult that was, imagine if I didn't do that. So of 1, what was the answer? 1 5/8. So it is a lot of steps, but make sure you review this and how I got there. And if you review this multiple times, it should make sense more as you watch it. If you only watch it once and you're confused and you give up, then that's something you need to work on. But go ahead and try the guided practice. So 5 2/5, and I know that's 5 plus 2/5, or I could write that as 4 plus 1 plus 2/5. And my 1, I'm going to rewrite as 5 over 5, so 4 plus 5 over 5 plus 2/5. 5/5 plus 2/5 equals 7/5, and then I have my 4. So 7/5 minus 4/5 is 3/5, and 4 minus 3 is 1. So I get 1 3/5. And that's the end of the lesson, so thank you for watching.